Hello YouTube and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be going over another SoloQ video. If you haven't seen them before, basically SoloQ, I have a SoloQ account. I just go over a game, watch the gameplay back, tell you guys what I was thinking, give you tips on how you guys can get better, talk about the things that I did bad or poorly and how I can get better. So it's kind of a win-win. I get to improve by watching my own gameplay, and I get to hopefully give you guys some tips that'll help you in your own matches. So this is a little bit longer than normal because this game goes the distance, 5-4 match point, but or overtime match point, whatever. And I don't actually play that great in this game, but I feel like there's a lot of things that we can go over that I need to focus on and that might help you guys. So starting off, attacking theme park, not a ton of fun, to be honest. I see the Vigil top arcade. I'm going to pre-place my drone in lockers and just try to lurk lockers. I've found recently that playing a lurk role has been very successful for me in my solo queue. I feel like it goes through stages. There'll be some times where I win a ton of games playing support. There'll be some times where I win a ton of games just playing entry, just walking in the front door. And recently it's just been playing lurk roles. I've been winning more games when I just hop on Twitch and try to lurk, try to backstab, try to get a couple freebies here and there, shooting people in the back, and then working from there. So here we are. I get into yellow. I'm just using my Twitch drones to get whatever util I can. And then I have a drone bottom yellow to watch my flank. Unfortunately, I had a teammate catwalk that that mute gets a freebie on because teammate doesn't hear him, doesn't notice him, whatever else. Luckily, I get the trade, so it's a 3v2. I know that there's one in initiation, and I just need to find this other kid. If you guys didn't know, you can jump up on this this catwalk. Sometimes you gotta switch to your pistol to move a little bit quicker, but honestly, if you're ever going initiation office, don't make this rotate that they make. We win attacking on this bomb site twice in this game, and both times I walk through this vault rotate and get a freebie because it's just a free path into the bomb site, right? If you don't make that rotate, if you reinforce that, there's only one door we can walk through if we don't open the walls, right? And that's waiting. And there's like 6 different angles you can hold it waiting with. So, you see, I kill the bandit for free there because he doesn't expect me to walk in vault, right? Because why would there be a rotate there? So, luckily for us, we get that. Then I plant here because I know the other guy's a niche, and my teammate holds the cross, and easy as that. It's just very simple. I kind of played a lurk role there, right? Like a little combination of lurk and flank watch because I was waiting for that mute to flank, and then I just got into the bomb site where they couldn't see me. So, note to self, if you're ever playing defense on a niche, don't make that vault rotate. That's stupid. Always reinforce that. I'm going to get the same drone spot as last round and walk in the same thing. The most important thing in Siege is just taking space. Even if you feel like you're like lockers, right? If I get lockers control, that doesn't give me anything, right? It's not making a huge improvement on our position, but I am taking ground. And the more ground you can take, the more you make your presence known, the more worried the defense has to be, right? The more things they have to worry about. If they know I'm in lockers, they have to worry about lockers. If they know my teammates are in cafe, they have to worry about cafe. And then if they want to play top yellow, then they have to look in 2 different directions, right? Because they have to be worried about me coming up yellow. They have to be worried about my teammates walking in from arcade side. It's just all about taking ground. Even if I weren't to take lockers here, it's all about ghost pressure, right? If they have to worry about it, then it's important. I see Warden run in here. I also know Warden has a shotgun, so I'm just going to pre-fire here, get around the corner, and then drone again to see where he is. Because I'm not going to walk into that knowing he has a shotgun. And it looks like he moved. I can hear him to my left. I believe he's hiding in Gong or Tellers here. So I'm just going to kind of walk in, hold my flank a little bit, hope that he makes a mistake and walks out. Unfortunately, he doesn't, so I'm kind of wasting my time here. But in solo queue, you can't really just rely on your teammates to watch your flank drone, right? They do. You see the yellow ping there? My teammate is on my drone, but I can't expect him to be, if that makes sense. So I still need to cover my own flank, wait for the warden to push up. Unfortunately, he doesn't. We get a 4v3 here, which is super nice. So I go back to watching the flank, because I feel like the only way we really lose this round is they make some kind of play, flanking up, shooting us in the back, or whatever else. So, but then again, we can die to over-peeking too. This Valk is playing aggressive on the waiting double, which is not necessarily a great play for her, but if they're down numbers, she kind of has to. And I get really bad timing here as well. I'm kind of holding her swing here, and as soon as I go to whip out a smoke, she swings, unfortunately. Then I hear somebody jump over, and she just swings crouched, and I aim too high, and I miss. I don't really know how I myself could have won this other than just not pulling out a smoke when Valk swings, right? Because then I can kill her, and it's at least a 1v2. But either way, we technically already got what we need on Theme Park, because Theme Park is supposed to be like a super defender-sided map. If you win one attack, that's kind of what you're expecting. 2 attacks is amazing, but we got our 1 round out of the way in the beginning, and that's all that really matters. So I always check this window. People love jumping out that bathroom window and trying to get some kind of crazy spawn peek. So when I spawn, I always check that window. I like spawning teacups because there's a minimal amount of spawn peeks and jump outs compared to the other 2 spawns. And you can also shoot all of the default cams from there. So I start off with my Twitch drone, try to get whatever util I can. I scare the warden out of bathroom because he sees that he got droned. And that's something about Armory Throne, is that if there is somebody, if you want to solo queue Armory Throne defense and you just seem like you feel like you're losing every round on defense there, which I don't know why you would, you shouldn't, just have one person, or if you're solo queuing, like I said, be it yourself, just rat inside of drug or bathroom or something. Because once it gets late round towards the execute, the opponents need to clear drug, or if they don't, they just ignore it, you can get a freebie off of it, right? Because most executes, especially these days in ranked, are going to be like yellow side. It's going to be open the vert on the yellow wall, open the yellow wall, and then plant pillar, right? If you're drug, you can help contest that. You can just rat in the bathroom, hold anybody who tries to rat or tries to lurk in split, or you can swing somebody on the yellow wall. There's just a lot you can do if they ignore you playing in drug. So you'll notice that whenever we go throne, I think I play drug every single time, just because they have to clear me, which wastes time and resources, and that's the best you can do as a solo queue player, right? You try to waste as much of the enemy's time as possible. You'll notice I'm hitting the lurk roll here again. I get a freebie on the Goyo just by pre-firing, right? There's 2 directions they can be. I hear him on my right. I don't lose anything by pre-firing that. You get a ton of bullets every round, so you're most likely not going to run out of ammo, right? The worst case scenario is I pre-fire and then I end up dying, but in that situation where I'm shooting first, especially with the F2, there's no way I lose that. You'll notice I go to pick up diffuser, and then I see teammate dies over there, so I decide to plant pillar, and then I'm like, wait, he's coming breach, so I gotta run all the way back and plant tucked armory here. I probably should have picked up from diffuser and tried to shoot the C4 as soon as I heard it, but I didn't. I had faith in my teammate. Luckily, he does get the refrag because there was 3 seconds left, and we definitely would have lost the round if he doesn't get the kill there. So up 2-1, I'm feeling pretty good, honestly. We have defense now. We can go throne first and then run a niche next. Throne room is, in my opinion, the better bomb site, especially in ranked. But people love going initiation first for some reason. I don't really know why. But I'm just playing the mute. You know, never go wrong on the mute shoddy SMG-11 combo. Muting a lot of drones. You'll notice I go to reinforce the dragon wall. A lot of people will try to play like maintenance, and they'll open up this dragon wall or put a punch hole in this dragon wall, and they can kind of just cut your bomb site in half, right, and just hold you from that far back. And when they have an ACOG and you don't, it's hard to contest that. So just reinforce it. Makes it harder for them. They have to dedicate hard breach utility to get that open. Then I run to my spot in drug, where I'm just going to rat. I'm just kind of looking around for drones as well. Make sure I'm not on camera anywhere. And then you just sit there. A lot of people in Siege don't have a ton of patience. They have to move around and stuff like that, but you'll get more kills if you just sit still, for the most part. Just wait for them to walk by you. I believe I heard them open blue wall, like, already, quickly. So I do rotate into lab to just try to hold the split walk up. Because I know that somebody's going to walk up split, like the Ash just did. I get my freebie. I back up. I don't try to play super aggressive. Now they know that I'm here. They're going to have to clear me. And I slowed this next part down because I got gypped by the game. I flick to her head. I get damage on her. But the hit reg doesn't count it as a headshot. I end up getting an assist later. Terrible game. This game sucks. Ubisoft, fix it. I don't know. That pissed me off because I knew that I hit her in the head, and then watching it back while I was editing this video, I was like, dude, that was a headshot. I should have killed her. This game sucks. But our teammates won regardless, so doesn't matter that much. We go Nish here. I told you guys that this match goes to overtime match point, so that obviously means we lose this round. I'm partially to blame because I get first picked, which almost never happens. I'm always a super safe player for the most part, but I don't know, maybe it's because it was 3-1, maybe it's just because I was just feeling myself this day, but I play way over aggressive, and you'll see pretty soon. I peek an angle where I see an Ash, and I just kind of hold the same angle, and I just get fried off of it because I'm stupid. That's pretty much it. If you see somebody on an angle, they most likely saw you as well. So don't just try to sit in the same spot. Here it comes. I see her walk in right there, and she also sees me, and then she just pre-fires the spot. That's it. Simple as that. I get shit on. It was just me being stupid, to be honest. So we ban the Blackbeard just because Blackbeard's annoying. We run the same spot back. I run mute again. Now, typically when I do play this bomb site, I like to play in initiation, but I've already got 2 teammates there as of right now, so I decide to play office side, and it really doesn't work out great for me. It's a very common theme of this match in particular, of me swinging into like pixels. I don't know why. Like I said earlier, I think I was just feeling myself this game or whatever else, but I was just swinging way too much. And in Siege, especially on defense, if you just hold angles, you're way more likely to win. And even on attack, if you hold a pixel for a while, these guys got freebies off of me because they held a pixel on me. Also, my teammate made that vault rotate. Like I said earlier, that's stupid. You shouldn't. You should reinforce that, but it's not really worth it for me to reinforce it off right now and get TK'd by my teammate. Especially when you're solo queuing, you kind of got to be careful what you do because people in Siege are stupid. That is simple as that. People are just stupid. So initially, I'm planning on playing the shotgun. Oh, that guy walks up close. I see him. I'm going to try to wallbang him or something. Obviously, don't get the kill. Then I decide I'm just going to play close bathroom door with a shotty. But I know that they hear me, and I don't want them to just walk in and pre-fire me. So that's kind of why I get antsy. I kind of put myself in a shit position by playing this corner. Because as soon as they know I'm here, all they have to do is just walk in pre-fire, or like flash me. So I decide to swing out to try to just get into a better position, and I walk into a pixel. It's stupid. Shouldn't have done it. Oh well. GG, go next. So we get OT. We get defense first, which is usually nice on theme park. But I decide to go throne with my team again because it's obviously the only defense we won. So just playing mute again. Probably one of the best solo queue operators ever. Here's another thing I want to talk about. If you're going throne, stop playing castle. Playing castle cuts your team, your roamers off from your site players. So if I'm on attack and I see that the doors are castled, I'm like, okay, sweet. All we have to do, play Dokkaebi, play Jackal, hunt down the roamers, and we have the entire bomb site, or the entire map to ourselves. Then you just open the vert, you open the wall, and you plant, and there's nothing the defense can do about it because they have no opportunity to move at all. They're stuck in 2 rooms. It's similar to the phrase shooting fish in a barrel. Like, if you are castling yourself into throne, you are just most likely going to lose that round. And unfortunately, despite my best efforts, we do lose this round. I'm ratting drug again because in throne, they have to clear drug. If they don't, you're going to get a freebie. Like here. Thermite is walking through this thinking, who the heck's going to be in drug? Right? They castled the site doors. Who's going to be sitting in this drug corner right next to the window? And that's why I get a freebie, because nobody droned it. Nobody was worried about it. They're just sprinting through. And I get a freebie, and I get diffuser. 5v3, diffuser down in drug. You're probably thinking, no way, they lose this. Yeah, unfortunately we do. Because, again, the site doors are castled. So there's me as a roamer, and I believe Goyo is roaming too. All they have to do is worry about us. They can make it a 3v1 on each of us on either side of the map, and then it becomes a 3v3 and it's easy. Honestly, I don't think that that's what happens. I think my teammates just all die in sight, which is crazy because I don't even know how that could possibly happen. It's a 5v2. I have no idea how we all die in sight because they can't even open the walls. This is just kind of peak solo queue experience in Siege. It becomes a 5v2 and everybody just tries to run at them for kills and then ends up selling. So I know that there's one arcade and I know that there's one drug pushing me. So I'm kind of trying to just waste as much time as possible in drug, make them kind of hunt for me. But in the meantime, my teammates are just getting over aggressive and just all dying. So it is what it is. 5v2 becomes a 2v2, and then it becomes a 1v2, and then I die. It's just unfortunate. Again, can't let it really affect your mental. GG, go next. But we have a tough attacking round ahead of us. So I'm going to do the same thing I did first couple rounds. Just stay consistent. I made a video about maintaining consistency a couple weeks ago, I think. And the most important thing about staying consistent is doing everything consistent, right? If you do the exact same thing all the time, your brain becomes used to that thing, and you encounter every possible scenario that could happen when you make that decision, if that makes sense, right? So if I were to play, well, I've been playing drug on defense every round, right? I'm encountering different problems every time I play drug, right? Like I encountered people walking into bathroom. I encountered people coming from arcade side. And I get to adapt to those different situations, and I get to experience those situations, and then I become that much better of a player in drug. Versus if I were to play drug, and then I was going to decide to play top dragon, that's a whole different ballgame, right? I don't know where they would come from, whether I got to be worried about the top dragon window. A lot of people like to walk cash or drop security hatch. I know that because I've played top dragon before, but if I haven't played top dragon, I'm not used to it. I'm not going to be good in that spot because I don't know what to expect. Here, I'm maintaining my consistency. I'm walking in lockers. I'm going to walk up yellow and just hope for the best. you'll notice they have that vault rotate again. It's just the only reason why we probably win this round is because I end up walking in the vault rotate and getting a freebie off of it. They get a freebie off of it there because Doc's playing it aggressively, but even then it's not worth it for having an extra hole in your site defenses. It's a 2v4. We kind of just have to work a pick here. As you can see, my teammates have no faith. They're trying to surrender. I'm getting pressed hard by this Valkyrie, but luckily my teammate's the GOAT and he kills her. So I drone here. I see that there's one initiation. I get my drone back to waiting. I'm trying to see if this player is playing like hallway or cache, and it looks like he's playing cache. So here I go, back up the vault rotate, and I know that teammate's gonna go waiting door, so they're going to hold his cross. I just heard Jaeger unload, so I know that he doesn't know I'm through the rotate, and I just take a freebie. He's looking away. I get the kill. I decide to plant here. Teammate lets me die. Unfortunately, he's supposed to be holding the cross, right? And somehow Warden gets across, and my sound kind of messes with me. I thought he was coming door, but he came rotate. Luckily, teammate does get the refrag, so we win the round. No harm, no foul. Now, this is the final round of the game. I decide, instead of mute, I'm going to mix it up. I'm going to play the Capcan, because nobody's played Capcan yet this game. And if you know a couple decent spots, you can sometimes get freebies off the Capcan. And when it's 4-4 match point, all you need is one kill to go your way, and that could potentially be the game. So I put 3 on that split door. So usually when people are walking into split or dropping the hatch, they don't have time to check that door because they're too worried about getting shot. Then I put the other 2 on that bathroom door to help me a little bit while I roam drug side. And yeah, I'm just sitting in drug. Right now I'm bottom yellow, but I do rotate to drug. And by this point, they know that I'm going to be in drug, right? They're going to drone me out. They're going to try to push me. This is another situation where I end up walking into a pixel peak that they're holding because I just don't know how to sit still. All I need to do is have better patience, and I could potentially stay alive for that much longer, maybe even get some free picks. But unfortunately, I don't. You'll notice I'm kind of just sitting in drug. I hear them bathroom window, so I'm just holding a pixel here. And then I end up getting tracked by Deimos, which is scary when you're a roamer, if that makes sense. Because they know where you are, you know where Deimos is, but you don't know where anyone else is, right? So if they're working together, if they're communicating, they have walls on you, and they're most likely going to kill you. And that's why I got antsy. I peeked to the right side, and he was just sitting there holding a pixel the entire time. Unfortunately for me, I got totally destroyed on that pixel peek. All I have to do is really just sit behind that box and just stay still, and I could probably stay alive for much longer. But luckily, even though I did absolutely nothing that round, my teammates clutch up. They win the round for me. And you'll notice there was no castle. Every round we didn't go castle on throne, we won. It's crazy how that works. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I think that's the first overtime match point game I've uploaded so far this season. If you guys enjoyed, feel free to leave a like, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.